must start by saying that at the moment we're in the process of procuring close to £9 billion worth of construction, design and build contracts. So we are in a bit of a sensitive moment, and unfortunately that does constrain the content of my presentation slightly. But hopefully you'll take away some key messages. Firstly, that carbon reduction is important to HS2. We will be expecting, and we do expect, our supply chain to deliver carbon reductions. And if you want to work on HS2, you need to have a plan to help us overcome our carbon reduction challenges and plan to contribute to our carbon reduction objectives. So at HS2, our vision is to be a catalyst for growth across Britain. We want to do more than just build and operate a railway network. We want to connect towns and cities so that they can grow and thrive. But that can't come at cost to the environment. And indeed, we have an opportunity to be a catalyst for low carbon growth. This is the HS2 network. Phase 1 will connect London to Birmingham, and that'll open in 2026. Phase 2A provides a connection to Crewe and will open in 2027. And the wider Phase 2 network provides connections to Manchester and Leeds and will open in 2033. So what will our supply chain look like, and what will we be buying? So there'll be thousands of supply chain opportunities within the HS2 supply chain, and these will be created across a variety of business sectors. They'll be suitable for suppliers of all sizes, and they'll be generated over a number of years. And we'll need goods, works, services from a variety of disciplines. So we'll need design and other professional services. We've got some massive civil construction packages for all of our tunnels, the tunnel portals, ventilation shafts, bridges, viaducts, drainage, embankments, cuttings, and all of the associated earthwork movements. We've got our stations for Phase 1 at Euston, Old Oak Common, Birmingham Interchange, Birmingham Curzon Street. Our railway systems contracts, so all of the track, the traction power, electrical distribution, overhead line equipment, signalling, telecommunications, and of course the rolling stock. And within each of those categories, we'll be procuring a small number of high value contracts, and they'll create tens of thousands of supply chain opportunities. So what do we want from the supply chain? Well, we're a publicly funded organisation. So not only do we have a duty to use public money efficiently and to stay within our budget, we also have an obligation to ensure that in everything we do, we deliver wider social, economic and environmental benefits to the people of this country. And that's reflected in our strategic goals. So these describe what we want to do. And creating a sustainable solution, so this bottom right is one of our strategic goals. And we also want to deliver value to the UK taxpayer. And we see carbon reduction as being a key enabler in delivering both of those strategic goals. And we need suppliers who can help us deliver those strategic goals. And we need to develop and build a supply chain which is aligned to delivering those goals. And in order to understand what we need, in order to deliver what we need, you need to understand HS2 as an organisation. So Chris spoke a lot, and Mike, about culture, behaviour, values. At HS2, our culture is made up of our values and how we do things. So our values of safety, respect, integrity and leadership describe how we behave, how we do things, how we think day to day. Because it's not just what we build, but how we build it and how we deliver it that will define our success. And at HS2, sustainability, collaboration, innovation, they drive the way we do things. And as we've heard this morning, they're key ingredients to deliver the lower carbon and the lower cost solutions that we need in order to deliver our strategic objectives. And in terms of sustainability, our ambition is to build the most sustainable high-speed railway network in the world of its kind. And a priority area for this is to minimise the carbon footprint of HS2, to deliver low-carbon long-distance journeys that are supported by low-carbon energy. And this is a big challenge. This pie chart shows this is a bubble of close to 9 million tonnes of carbon for the construction and operation of HS2. About 2/3 of our footprint is associated with the construction of HS2. And Yannick spoke about why we need to act now and why we need to reduce capital carbon. Of that, of our construction impact, most of it is with the construction materials, so the embedded impact. That's mainly associated with the concrete and steel, particularly with the close to 300 bridge structures that we have and almost 50 kilometres of tunnels. And those tunnels, combined with our 74 kilometres of embankments and cuttings, means that we have over 60 million tonnes of excavated material. So we have a substantial footprint in terms of transport and emissions from construction plant, construction equipment, waste management processes. So we need to deliver best practice and deliver innovation in all of these areas to meet our goals and our strategic objectives to reduce carbon. And innovation, as we've heard, it requires collaboration. So we expect our supply chain to work with us to develop and engender a collaborative culture in which innovation can thrive. And it's only through collaboration with and across our supply chain and the wider industry that we'll get the quality and the quantity of innovation that we need to meet our objectives to reduce carbon and to reduce cost. And we've already heard about a number of the tools that can support us in delivering these objectives already exist. PAS 2080 is a key one. Maria spoke about it earlier. It provides a framework to deliver reduced carbon, reduced cost solutions. Chris spoke about BREEAM infrastructure. Again, that's another framework for delivering sustainability. Building information modelling, Guy spoke about how it creates collaboration. Linking to off-site construction through BIM as well, and again, Chris spoke about the potential that off-site construction has for delivering reduced carbon solutions. We're also looking for greater availability and uptake of environmental product declarations so that we and our supply chain can take informed decisions based on standardised data sets, so both generic and product-specific environmental product declarations, so that we can use those throughout our design and construction processes to inform our decision-making. And specific to the UK rail industry, there's also the RSSB Rail Carbon Tool. That's a freely available tool. You can get that at www.railindustrycarbon.com, and that provides a useful tool for optioneering to identify carbon hotspots and to ultimately reduce the carbon footprint and carbon emissions from UK rail industry. So if you want to engage with HS2, here's a few points. But ultimately, if you want to work with HS2, you need a plan to contribute to our strategic carbon reduction objectives and to help us overcome our carbon reduction challenges. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mark. So just before we applaud, just to be 100% clear, are you saying that if I'm an organisation, a business, that can demonstrate how you're utilising those tools, that there's opportunity? Of course, there's a competition, clearly, but that's the kind of behaviours, the kind of leadership, the kind of organisations you're trying to attract to be part of your supply chain.
Yeah, absolutely. So the strategic goals I showed up earlier, they link to our procurement processes, our scorecard, how we will evaluate tenders, how we will evaluate performance, and reducing carbon feeds into that. PAS 2080 is the best practice guidance for carbon management and infrastructure. So if you have adopted that, you'll be in a strong position to demonstrate to us via a recognised standard that you are in a good position to help us achieve our objectives.